What's in your mind, bro? We're gonna go over. Well, then the brotherhood, we might as well do masculinity then, because I don't have much to say. So unless you got things you want to pick my brain on, we can just smoke the cigar or you can use it as B-roll. Whatever you're in the mood for, man.
Shit, we can do some masculinity then.
Brotherhood requires two people, man. God, I could answer questions and talk to you about life, but I can't do all the talking about myself. That's for sure.
Well, I think I don't know, but I think the last Brotherhood, I did majority of the talking.
The last Brotherhood, what did we talk about?
Capitalism, we did two, so one was about the capitalism, then the other one was about...
But you didn't use those contents, right?
No, I just been focusing on the masculinity.
The masculinity?
Because it's been doing well. But the past two, but before you start, but the past two have been predominantly me leading the conversation, so that's...
Yeah, I think the Brotherhood originally started with you leading the conversation, all of them. The Brotherhood started with you coming to me with things that you wanted to discuss and unpack, and the whole component was like, hey, I'm gonna be like the billboard, right? For like you talking to someone. That was the original. That's how it originated, right? Where it was like, hey, I wanna like pick your brain. Right? But lately, you've come on and you're like, oh, I don't really have much I want to talk about. And but then I kind of digged a little bit and we went down the capitalist route. But if you don't feel like there's anything you want to talk about that the audience could benefit from, it's kind of hard for me to like pressure you to talk about things that are happening in your life that I could give my feedback on, if that makes sense. But that's how all the Brotherhood started with that component. Like your life, your relationship. Then we talked about Dion last time with the rich dad, poor dad. But it does contribute you saying, hey, here's what's on my mind, and then me talking.
Why can't it be vice versa?
Where you give me Brotherhood advice?
I mean, I don't look at it as advice. It's just like,
because I don't want to get on here and vent. Like I'm not here to vent about my problems. I want to talk about.
Well, that's brotherhood though. Like that seems one. No. No, not like, cause I remember you saying like that it's not even healthy to even keep that stuff within you. And that's why you wouldn't obviously vent to a woman. You would talk to your brother about it. And that's what the way of the superior man teaches. But it just seems like very like opposite of what you teach, like this conversation right here, because it's not just, I could tell you under a lot of pressure, and maybe that's where it's coming from, but yeah, brother, it's both ways. We don't always have to talk about, like, maybe I'm just in a good place in my life that I don't have to vent, but like, or to speak about it, or to like ask for advice, but like maybe it's time that we listen to what you got to say, like what you're going through, like, because I don't know.
I mean, that's a very good observation.
That's brotherhood. Cause
very good observation.
It doesn't work one way.
It doesn't work one way. Yeah.
And I can't help when I'm born, but I can help my experience and what I've been through. So I don't like to put age or how long somebody more experienced they've been through.
No, that's that. You're 100% correct. 100% correct. Yeah.
So it doesn't always have to be you giving me advice.
It doesn't always have to be me playing the role of the advice giver. I see what you're saying. That's a very good observation.
Because if I'm brotherhood is like, we can have that version of it, or me and PJ have a brotherhood. We're the same age, we grew up together, but when we kick it, we just kick it.
What do you guys talk about when you kick it, if you don't mind me asking?
Just anything. Like, just anything. It could be something that's on his mind. Like, he could be like, bro, like, this shit's, like, stressful. Or like, bro, I just got a bag. Or, like, bro, my girl tripping. Or, like, vice versa. Like, bro, like, So it doesn't have to just be me giving advice. It doesn't have to be him giving advice. It could be us just being observers, observing each other. And being like, bro, I see you moving different. Like, you good. It's just... Yeah. That's what a healthy relationship.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I guess I definitely struggle with that. I don't like talking about my problems.
Yeah, bro, but you never get good at anything. I like going to the gym. I like eating healthy, but pick your heart.
Well, let me ask you a question. This. The reason I don't like talking about my problems is, right? Because I don't see value in talking about problems unless like solutions are found, right?
Yeah.
So I find that when I say venting, right, it's like if I tell you my problems, my question to you is, if I tell you my problems, say I unpack all my problems to you, right, boom, 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 and you listen to them and you observe them, and I'm not saying this is correct, I don't see the value in that.
Well, I think the value in it would be, like if I had to just, you watch anime?
Yeah.
Watch anime?
Yeah, I love anime.
I don't know the best way to describe it, but like this is just the way it's coming to my mind. It's like Dragon Ball Z, like you can just feel like, I remember when Vegeta used to, how many you could feel the pressure? Like you could, that's how I just feel your energy right now. I feel it, what you feel. And so I think when you have these conversations with people, what's on your mind is like when you finally cry. Like you just feel so much, like you feel relief, your body feels lighter. Or when you talk it out, you feel like, okay, I got it out inside of my head. I got it out loud. I got it to somebody that I trust. And as the person that's listening, that's just my job. I don't take it, like I had to work on the relationship with PJ. I'm like, bro, if I start off like I just want to vent, it's because I just want to get it off my chest because I feel the pressure. I feel like I can't talk to my wife about it because I would snap. But if I talk to you about it,
you hit the nail on the head. I don't know if you recorded any of that, but
it's all recorded. But if I talk to you,
the Brotherhood thing that you said earlier,
yeah, it was
recorded.
Yeah,
that was really good. Because I mean, that's the component of Brotherhood is challenging. Like, hey, you're saying these things, but now you have the opportunity to embody these things. You're not embodying them, right? And it's like, ultimately, who can you talk to about it? Right? That's the whole point of Brotherhood. You're right.
Oh, this is 11.
No, I have Jim at 11. I have Joely at 11:30 now. Because Joely reached out to me today saying, "Hi Michael, how are you? Will you have some time to meet through Zoom?" And usually, I've been so conditioned already that when trainers reach out that way, it's usually to put their 2 weeks notice in. So, I was like, yeah, sure, but I want to be mentally prepared. What are we gonna go over? And then she said, I just fell off. I would appreciate someone to talk to. So it's more of like just like a mentorship call. So that I would gladly do. So I'll lower her at 11:30. Okay. So I have Jim now for life coaching from 11 to 11:30, and then I'll have Joanne 11:30, 12, and then if Addison shows up at 12, I'll have Addison for about 20 minutes, and then we'll go into Brotherhood. If he doesn't show up at 12, then we'll go into if you want to use the Brotherhood, we do the Brotherhood. Want to do Brotherhood, or you want to do more masculine, or both? Yes, we do both. Do we have time for both?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should.
Okay.
It depends on how. Hopefully, if our Brotherhood doesn't go long.
Yeah, we'll do Brotherhood first for an hour, see what we dive into. Sometimes the Brotherhood is good because you use those clips too, right?
Yeah, I use both.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it was like a protein granola thing.
Right.
And she, we went through the ingredients and nutritional information, and she said, yeah, that's
Beautiful.
good.
Perfect. Yeah, no, Alma really knows her stuff.
Yes, she does.
She's really knowledgeable. No, so just surprisingly enough, to be honest with you, I actually don't think our focus right now is Alma, Yin, or myself. I actually believe that you're consistently doing your life coaching, you're consistently doing your workouts, you're doing your nutrition, you've improved on all those fronts. What I really want to focus on with you, believe it or not, is the golf and the dating.
Okay.
Because those are the things that you put front and center for yourself. If I said by the end of 2026, what will make you feel the most accomplished, and you mentioned golf and dating.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's what I really want to focus on next month. But again, health will always be like how you feel will always be priority number one. So I don't want to take up much more of your time today focusing on the golf and the dating and how we're gonna make that a reality. When right now you have a bug. Right now I want you to hydrate with lemon, tea with lemon, a spoonful of honey, 1 or 2 spoonfuls of honeys every couple hours,
and just rest. Just like rest your body. Ideally, if I had to give you homework, if you wanted to get some homework to say, okay, how do I get the most value from today's life coaching call? I do want to get some value. If you wanted to get the most value and I had to give you some homework, here's what I would prescribe to you if you allow me to. So I would prescribe to you doing your call at 12 with your business partner to go over the law firm, the bankruptcy case, and then going outdoors to read your book in the shade, right? And maybe spending like 3 minutes staring at the sun.
Okay.
Yeah, like putting your face in the sun. You need to close your eyes, you can open them, but 3 minutes total, and then you can go back inside. Then I would go inside, I would like cool off a little bit, and then lay in bed, read a book, try to take a nap. Be comfortable with sweating, be comfortable with being hot and like sweating, because that means that your body's gonna flood. It's almost like going into a sauna at home in a natural way, which is natural climate. Your body will sweat out some of that bug, and then later on today, take a cool shower, not a hot shower, not a cold shower, a cool temperature shower, and then you'll feel so much more refreshed. If you follow this prescription, I'm confident that come tomorrow, you'll feel so much better. It's emotional for you because you've never experienced this before.
No. And
Think about this. Think about a man who hires a coach to get lean, trains for 4 months, gets ripped, and then cannot get an erection. How does that man feel?
well, I mean, I would think he thinks what's more important.
Yes, which is what I always ask men. What's more important, having abs at the pool or having abs at the pool and then hopefully being able to make love? Right? Because both are important. So then the question comes down to, I would ask the man, well, if it's a man who's a bodybuilder, do you think that he cares about making love?
No.
No. What about a professional fighter? UFC fighters, boxers, when they make weight, when they're depleting, they don't have any erections. Do you think they care about having sex? No. They care about fighting and winning the fight. So that's what I want you to understand. I want you to understand what's important to you. If you're like, Michael, what's important to me is quality of life. I want to be healthy, I want to be fit, but I also want to be fully functioning. I want my hormones to be fully functioning. I want natural energy. I want natural glow. I want natural femininity. Then Joelle, my love, don't get stuck in the problem. We talked about this last time we had our life coaching call. Don't get stuck in the problem. I'm presenting you with a solution.
Yeah.
If your goal is quality of life and getting your body back to functioning, the solution is simple. But nonetheless, the solutions are there. The solutions are all around nutrition, and that will get your hormones right back to where you want them. How about
I
now?
can hear you just not on speaker.
Okay.
Okay, well, I have to let you go.
Yeah, no, I have to get ready for ass and also. Do you feel like this call helped you?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Always, always. Bye. Take care. Where did I begin with this? So, it's interesting because I was having a conversation with a friend of mine on this exact same scenario, which is, when women fall in love, they glow and they add value to the relationship. But in a paradox, when men fall in love, and it happened to me personally, and it happened to a few men that I know, when men fall in love, they almost like lose themselves in the relationship, and then that ultimately becomes the downfall of the relationship. And if you read the book The Way of the Superior Man, it talks about we're not saying that men should not fall in love. Men need to be more disciplined in how they fall in love with a woman, because ultimately when a man falls in love, he almost like needs to control the flow. Like if you think of like the flow of water, right? If you're watering your plant, if you overwater a plant, then the plant could die, right? The leaves could get damaged. So ultimately, when I hear that video, what I believe is that when a man falls in love, he needs to become even more disciplined with his purpose, his responsibilities, and like almost like slowly give the woman the love, because if he loses himself in giving her the love, that becomes the downfall of the relationship because he'll stop prioritizing boundaries. He'll stop prioritizing himself in some cases. Two, because he's in love with the woman, right? He wants to spend time with her. He wants to shower her with gifts. He might not make the best financial decisions. And then that ultimately could go ahead and become the reason for why the relationship doesn't work out.
I'm about to say, have you experienced that?
I've experienced that. Yeah, I've experienced that. So, yeah, I've experienced that. I experienced that really with my last relationship where, man, I just, like, I'll give you a good example. Let's say right now, I have these responsibilities to these videos. I have responsibilities to my business. And we all experience it, right? You're in love with your woman says, hey, let's watch a movie. Oh, but hey, just take the day off. Let's just hang out. Or even some guys, I'm sure there's guys out there who maybe it's not the best financial move to go on that vacation. But you're in love with your woman, you want to make her happy, so you use your credit card that you could be using to reinvest in your business or reinvest in a project or anything that you're working on, and you'll go on that vacation. It's not really for you. You're doing it for your partner because you love your partner. But sometimes, what she's saying in that video is like, don't be stupid, right? You have to be disciplined. Here's what I would say. Men need to be disciplined in love. Where a woman in love, she could just be in love. And that's what a man wants. He wants a woman who's just like in love with him, who wants to spend all her time with him. But for men, if they embody those same characteristics that a woman embodies when she's in love, that's when it becomes a little bit dangerous. And men still need to be disciplined. So when I was talking to my buddy about this, and he was like, yeah, when I was in love with this girl, so like I lost myself. I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't training as much as I should have. Like all the things that made her fall in love with me. When I fell in love with her, what happens when two people fall in love, right? They want to spend time together. They want to do things together. They want to, like, it's all about each other. But what the superior man, what the book teaches is, when a man falls in love, he still needs to, in a very interesting way, choose purpose over his woman, and then that will allow the love to nourish properly. But if a man falls in love and then becomes like head over heels over his woman, and he's just like, all he thinks about is her, all he wants to prioritize is her, then that ultimately will have the woman fall out of love, and then that can become dangerous in the relationship.